So I've got some brand new irons and wedges, and I need to do a gapping session and check that all of my yardages are where they should be. So today I'm going to be taking you through that process, also touching on all the specs of all the clubs and how I've got them all set up, and yeah, showing you all my numbers, yardages and gaps. So yeah, should be a good video. Let's dive in. So we're going to be starting off in the wedges, but quickly touching on the specs that are consistent throughout all of my clubs. Grip wise, we've got the Golf Pride Z grip, standard size with 3 layers of tape. And then the shafts that we're gaming, yes, they are graphite, Tensy white, AV series, AM2 extra stiff. Now I really love the theory behind the AM shaft. It stands for ascending mass, so it means they're lighter in the 4-iron and get heavier all the way through to the wedge. This is 110 going all the way down to 92 in the 4-iron. So love the theory behind that, just to make it a little bit lighter, slightly higher torque in the longer irons, just a bit easier, a bit more manageable. So I'll let you know how those go. And then ball wise, we are using a Titleist AVX, and I'll touch a little bit more on why I'm using the ball and why I like these shafts as we go through. Also, from a lie angle perspective, they're 2 degrees flat throughout the bag. So from a Titleist standpoint, their 7-iron is 63 standard. So mine's playing 61, and obviously that goes throughout the bag. Wedges 64, so these are all playing 62. And make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video, because Mitsubishi have kindly sent me a brand new, super sexy shaft, the GT50 TX, and I'm going to be smashing some drives to show you the driver numbers as well. That was a nice strike. Lovely. So yes, I've gone brush steel in the wedges. I think they just look absolutely amazing. Just something a little bit different as well. And going into the black shafts just looks absolutely class. So this is the 5808M. I've always liked having a slightly lower bounce lob wedge, just for those real tight lies where you need to nip it, kind of get that leading edge under the ball, and just gives a bit more versatility in the setup as well. A little bit more bounce on my 54. Slightly lower bounce, just a good versatile setup. Love the M grind again, just giving that versatility to work different shots around the green. Yeah, fantastic wedge. Go on. Beauty. So 58-degree average, 101 yards. So pretty much bang on my 100-yard club. So into the 54, we got 54-12D, again, that little bit more bounce. Now, I don't generally tend to chip my 54 too much, mainly 58, so a little bit more bounce, just because I can get a little bit steep on it. Felt nice. Take that. That was nice. Yeah, so that's probably. So there we go, 116 average with my 54. So realistically, that's my 115-yard club on course. That was spinning an average of 10,200. Don't know why it's not pulling through the spin, but 10,200, and my 58 was averaging 11,000. Next up is my 50 degree. So again, Vokey SM9, 50 degree 12F. That felt pretty good. Yeah, pulled it a smidge, so maybe got a couple more yards out of that one, but it was a good strike. That felt really good. Just felt like a good swing, that. Lovely. There we go, so average carry of 128 with my 50-degree wedge. So realistically, I'm probably playing that's like a 125 club, maybe trying to push 130 if I kind of back foot a little bit, but yeah, 125 is a comfortable yardage. So now pitching wedge, which is actually another Vokey, 4610F. It's the first time I've ever played a Vokey as a pitching wedge. Just fancied a bit of a change, trial it, see how it goes. Love the shape of it, love the way that it looks. Brush steel again, just looks gorgeous. Be interesting to see what that does, because that was thin. Really thin. Okay, that's unreal, to be fair. That was super thin. That one felt so good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so an average of 142 carry with my 46. So again, that's 140 playing on course really. Not minding the gapping of the wedges so far. We've got 100 with a 58, which again I could push to 105 if I needed to. Probably 115 with my 54. Again, could probably push that to 120 if I needed to. Kind of in between 125 and 130 with my 50, and then 140 with my 46. So very happy with that. So into the 9-iron, and now we transition from the Vokeys down into the T100s, just standard loft, so 42 degrees. So we go 46 Vokey down to 42 9-iron, so it should keep that lovely consistent gap in. Oh, that'd be interesting because I did not catch that really. I'm really happy with that, to be honest, because that didn't feel that great. And that right there is a perfect example of why I love these T100s and why I love my 100Ss. The profiles look very small, very slim top line, feels like just a solid, fully forged blade basically, but you get just some unreal forgiveness with these heads. That felt pretty good. Yep. So we go 9-iron, average carry of 153. So again, realistically, I'm playing that's probably my 150 club on course, pushing it to 155, maybe 160 if I really want to back foot it, but 150 stock shot. So 8-iron, T100, 38 degrees aloft. Again, another 4-degree gap. Yeah, felt pretty good. Pretty solid. Yeah, that was good. That was really nice. Go in the hole. Ooh, toasty. Okay, so 8-iron, average 167 carry, so 153 to 167. So a little bit of a gap there, but realistically, again, I'm playing that at 165 on average carry out on the course, which I'm more than happy with. 19.5 launch, 7.5 spin-ish, 7.3 spin. Again, pretty happy with his numbers. 7-iron, still T100, 34 degrees in loft. We've got some dots on this one, just so I can check and see how it's going through impact lie angle-wise. She felt, if anything, maybe a smidge thin, but also might go in the hole. Oh, very nice. In 17 launch, 6.6 spin, 0.4 toe up. So lie angle's pretty nice and neutral coming through impact. If anything, I could even flatten that 1 degree, so I'd rather it be more toe down than toe up, just because I want to air more to the right side, because left's my miss. But again, coming back to ball now, 17 launch, 6.6 spin. Great numbers. Like, remember that it's going to spin more outside than it does in here. So realistically, out on course, that probably is around 7, like low 7 spin, which I mean, tour average for a 7-iron for a long time is 17 launch, 7,000 spin, peak height around 110, 115. Just again, for me, if I jump to like a Pro V1X, that's going to jump that spin up to probably nearly 8,000 outside, which is just do not need that much spin. I'm quite a high spin player. AVX, low spin ball, it's perfect numbers for me. Yeah, I caught that one decent. Would absolutely be happy with that. Yes, again, 18 launch, 7,000 backspin for a 7-iron, which is going to spin more outside. I don't want any more spin than that. The 7-iron, average carry of 179. Again, a nice little 12-yard jump from the 8-iron, but again, realistically, I'm probably playing that as a 175 carry yardage club on course. Again, a bit warmer in here, probably swinging a bit faster. So probably a 175 average, maybe pushing 180 if I really want to go at it a little bit. Average 127 ball, 16 launch, 6.5 spin. Again, outside, that's probably going to be 7K spin. Good numbers. So 6-iron, still T100, keeping it traditional at 30 degrees aloft. And this is one of the reasons that I like these shafts. You can start to feel them just get a little bit lighter, like the shaft just feel a little bit lighter overall, which feels really nice now starting to come into the longer irons. Be interesting getting into the 4. That was horrifically bad. Horrifically bad, so thin. Probably going to leave that in there just because that's ridiculous. That was a horrific strike. I do like these irons. That was really nice. Probably one of the best 6-irons of it yet. Yeah, lovely. 6-iron, we are at 192 average carry. So again, 13-yard jump up from the 7, but again, realistically, I'm probably playing that at 190, maybe high 180s, in that sort of area, up from the 175 7-iron, so gapped nicely. 133 ball, 16 launch, 57 spin. Again, that's spinning in excess of 6K outside. So again, seeing why I like the AVX. So now into the 5-iron, and we do now shift down to the T150, so a little bit more of an undercut cavity design, little bit of a bigger profile. It's going to maybe get a little bit more pop out of the head. I don't mind, actually I like starting to see not more separation, but decent gaps in these long irons, because I know out on course I'm not always going to stripe it, so I like to have that little bit more in the tank, and on average probably gets me where I want to be. And loft wise, I also still keep it 4 degrees, so this is 26 degrees in loft now. That was okay. Wasn't flushed, but yeah, I mean, these things, even when you hit them a little bit low, they are just so incredibly good. That was really nice. Lovely. 5-iron, we averaged 207, so an average jump of 15 yards, which again, I actually really like. Traditionally, maybe 10 to 12 yards, but I don't mind seeing that little bit more separation. Again, I'm probably going to play that as like a 205 outside-ish, maybe even slightly less than that. Just on average, it'll probably balance out that way. And 138 ball speed, 14 launch, and again, 4.6 spin, which is going to be 5 outside. Healthy launch and spin numbers for a 5-iron. Into the 4-iron then, still T150 and still a 4-degree progression, so we're going down to 22 degrees. So I generally like to play my 4-iron at about 215-ish outside, so probably like to see in here like a 220 carry just to make sure we got at least that horsepower in the tank. Straight out of the gate, that was absolutely flushed. That felt so good. Yeah, 222. It's awesome. It just feels so good. Weight of it feels amazing. Again, it's still pretty lightweight really for someone who swings at my speed, but feels stable, but just a little bit of give in there. 144 ball speed, 12.5 launch, 4,100 backspin. Still nice, good peak height, 105 feet. 222 carry. Love it. Oh. I get a bit tired now, 120 shots in, but I tell you what, again, that was thin and still, I honestly did not expect that to carry close to 220. That did not feel good. Tired, lazy swing. Again, the forgiveness of these, just they keep impressing me. So 4-iron, just as I wanted really, average 221 carry. Again, like I said, I'm going to be probably playing that as a 215 on the course. Generally, quad maybe overestimates it a couple of yards. Plus, it's nice and warm in here. I've been swinging non-stop. I'm going to be swinging faster now than I will be on course. Again, still really healthy numbers. 143 ball speed, 12.5 launch, 4,000 spin. Really, really happy with that. So the moment you've all been waiting for, a couple with the big stick, just to have a little bit of fun. I'm always tinkering, always dabbling. The guys from Mitsubishi kindly sent me this shaft out, personalised, the Diamana GT50 TX, 45-inch playing length, D3 swing weight. It's going to be the first time I've hit it. I'm going to show you the first one no matter what. So it feels pretty stable, a little bit of give to it, but sturdy. So I caught that a little high on the face, but I really liked how that felt. And that has gone. That has gone. I expect that to be a little bit high launch, low spin. Just caught it a bit high in the face. Yeah, 16 launch, 1,700 backspin, 310 carry. I mean, for essentially a bit of a misstrike, look at that ball flight. So if any of you have been following the channel for a while, you would have seen me hit like an unbelievable amount of drivers. And generally my average carry is probably somewhere around 300 in here, maybe 295. Out on course, realistically, summertime I'm expecting probably 290 carry-ish outside on a good one. Again, depending on elevation, wind, etc. Coming into winter, this sort of time of year, it's getting a bit wet, a bit cold. Maybe 280, 285, probably playing distance on course. Oh, that was nice. That was lovely, that. I will take that drive every day of the week, please. It's not going to happen, but yeah, good numbers, 14 launch, 2,400 backspin. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching and coming through my gapping with me. I hope you enjoyed the process. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.